Hello, my name's Jeff, and this is the first episode of Beaturz. This initially will be a show about building a car. Plain, ordinary, nothing really fancy, no super clean shop. I'm just gonna take a couple of cars, cut them apart, and put them back together, and show you how how easy it really is. I don't know anything better than anybody else. I don't have any special skills other than I've loved cars all my life. This is mostly for friends and family to keep up. They can check it out on YouTube as I post these. If you want to comment, I will have various email accounts that you can drop me a note. Of course, you can leave comments on YouTube, and someday I'll have a website set up, but if there's enough interest. I'm not really, like I said, if you want to join in, post some decent post any comment you want. I'll tell you right now, if it's just being critical for the sake of being critical, I ain't gonna bother. This isn't about you. It's not even really about me. It's mostly for my family. And if you like it, hey, watch. Like I said, I'll keep posting these as we go along. If you really like it, tell people at YouTube. If you're a company, you want to sponsor, you think it's a good idea. I'm not saying this is going to be the last one I'm going to do. Right now I'm going to do one vehicle, and who knows, maybe we'll go from there. And I'm not going to limit it to cars. A good idea is a good idea. It doesn't necessarily have to be just about cars. Hey, how about a recumbent trike? Or, oh, hell, I don't know. I guess we should start by introducing you to the vehicles involved. One of them actually was fairly plain not too many years ago, and the other one getting hard to find. The donor car. 1978 Buick Regal. Pretty whooped on when I got it. Basically, I'm using it for parts. Buick Regal, G-body car. Actually, 1978, it wasn't a G-body car. I couldn't tell you the designation offhand. This was one of the last. The G-body series was the last mid-sized full perimeter frame car. Front engine, rear wheel drive. Like I said, full perimeter frame. Double A-arm front suspension. A triangulated factory type 4-link. I guess you would call that technically. These things, if the frames are reinforced and it's got a decent cage in it, make reasonably good handling and able to take a decent amount of power. But if you don't stiffen them up, these things twist up like pretzels at a drag strip, which isn't going to be a problem in this case, as it will have a full cage in it. I will also take things like the seat belts, the wiring harness, basically whatever I can use out of it. Brakes. And this particular one, front disc, and I believe the rear are 9.5-inch drums, which drums will be adequate for now. Later on, we'll probably swap them for discs. car that's going to go on top of that is a very poor shape 1969 AMX. I bought this car 5 years ago, and the more I tore into it, the worse it got. It had been sitting, I mean, through no fault of the previous owner, I mean, other than it was parked in the grass. It was parked in the grass for 5 years, and it just rotted out. And basically nothing mechanical really I can use. And honestly, it's easier to get G-body parts than it is to get AMX parts. It would cost me $15,000 easy to try to do something with this. I said, yeah, I do have all the body parts. Well, hanging on a frame, I'll narrow it where it needs to be narrowed. I believe the Regal is a 108-inch wheelbase, and AMX is a 97, I believe. So obviously I'll have to make some modifications. Yeah, this is going to take a while, but hopefully I can hack it together enough that I can drive it for the Syracuse Nationals. If not, at least hit the last show out at Long Branch Park of the season. That would be ideal. She's got a lot of problems, but I think she got potential. With a G-body frame and suspension, small Chevy power, and the option at some point at a later date to put a big block in it if I wanted to. And all kind of G-body cars up here in the Northeast. I have a racing class called IMCA. IMCA guys all use G-body components, or G-body compatible. I mean, the whole front clip they usually take right out of the car, and then they build their cars around it, which means I can get high performance suspension components relatively cheaply, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. Basically, the AMX is going to be rat rotted. It'll have windows in it, an electrical system, but it ain't going to be pretty. It's okay. I don't care. It's my car. The AMC guys are going to freak. You did what to that? You know what? Give it to yourself, alright? At least this one's not going to the junkyard. I mean, it is really brutal, so... You know, hopefully you people will continue watching. You know, great. Like I said, if you got any, any criticism, as long as it's constructive, let me have it. If you have any ideas, I'd love to hear those. Anybody's got any parts you want to donate? Ouch. Look out for the junk on the ground. Any parts you want to donate to the cause to get it going. Hey, cool. Maybe at some point, we'll do other things. As like I said, sponsors. Yeah, I can use them. I'll throw your name on the car for a little while. I think it's going to be a great project, and who knows? Like I said, maybe we can do more. Even though I've already seen that done. How about a four-wheel drive hearse? Hey, let me know. I'm open to ideas, but right now it's all going to be about this particular car, and we'll go from there. I will show you various implements of toolie destruction. We have all kinds of stuff here. Plasma cutters,